What's up, Jooba people? Welcome to this lesson. Welcome to fingerpicking for absolute beginners. This is going to be a video for absolute beginners, okay? So if you've never fingerpicked before, don't worry, this is the video for you. If you have fingerpicked but you want just a repertoire of 6 patterns, this video is also for you. Okay, so what are you going to learn today? Basically, let me show you some of the patterns. I'll scroll down to the cheat sheet and so you can see what I'm kind of doing. So, first pattern. We're not gonna do the percussion, we're just gonna do this simple pattern, right? Which you can use on easy chords, any chords, okay? It's just a P-I-M-A. And then the second pattern is just a 2-note pattern. Boom, 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 boom. It goes like this. You can also use it on easy chords like. Really nice pattern. And then we've got this P-I-P-M pattern, which sounds like this. Really funky one. I like this one a lot. Chord shapes scare you, don't worry. We're gonna do easy chord shapes in the examples. I just wanna show you what the picking pattern actually sounds like and just enjoy myself while doing it. So the fourth pattern is gonna be like one that they use on Hallelujah, that song from Leonard Cohen. It goes like this. Oh, and this song. Not that song, but it sounds nice. Okay, and then this one is going to be a Travis pattern, which is a very famous picking pattern. It sounds like this. Sounds really nice, slow and fast. That's also a Travis pattern. Okay, and then the last pattern is going to be this rolling pattern, which sounds like this. Okay, so this video is going to be put into 2 parts, and part 2 will be on Jooba Premium. Yes, I am doing a premium membership for only paying customers. That's the way. That's how it's going to be from now on. Sorry about that for all you freebie lovers. But anyway, it's cheap. The first membership starts at $10 a month. That's 170 Rand if you're in South Africa. And it's pretty cheap, I think, you know. Anyway, let's start with the lessons. How to read the patterns. Number 1, the picking hand, okay? So your picking hand has got names for each finger, so we can tell you where to play. So the thumb is P, it's Italian, okay? And index, basically just look at the diagram. P-I-M-A, P-I-M-A. Okay, that's P-I-M-A. You got that, right? So P-I-M-A. You can remember the I and M, index and middle finger. The P and A are difficult to remember, but you'll get it, okay? So, and then when you're reading the tab, you'll see this is the first string, and this is the 6th string, okay? So these lines correspond to the lines on your guitar, right? And if there's an X on the 6th string, that means you should play the 6th string. Let me just exit some of these tabs here, because I don't know why, but it's kind of slowing down my system here. Okay, so there we go. There we go, Pima. And then, so this is going to be the pattern. So this is play with the thumb, play with the index finger, middle finger, index finger. Okay. Pretty simple stuff if you already know how to read tab. What does this green mean? This green means this note is going to follow the root note of the chord, right? So if you're playing on an E minor, let's say you're playing this first pattern here on an E minor chord, then you're going to go P, I, M, A. But when you move to a C chord, then the P has to move down because it needs to follow the root note of the chord. It can't play an E note, it needs to play a C, right? If you're playing A minor, same thing, it's going to start on the 5th string. So it needs to follow the root note of the chord. If you don't know what the root note of the chord is, at the bottom of the sheet are thousands of chords, right? And the root note has been notated with green. You see that? Okay, so the E minor, it's got a, I don't know why this is such low quality today. Anyway, but at least these patterns are high quality. Okay, that's cool. So that's what the root note thing means, and that's where a lot of people get stuck with fingerpicking. How does the pattern change when you're changing chords? So I'm going to explain that with all the examples. Okay, so oh my word, that's a lot of honking there. Okay, so Pimi is the first pattern. So the first 3 patterns I'm going to show you in part 1 of this video, and then pattern 3 to 6 is going to be on the premium video. Okay, so pattern 1, and to get the PDF, you also have to, you know, buy the premium version. So the first pattern is Pimi. So this works like this. Let's see. So I'm going to play just a regular D chord and P on the 4th string. P, I, M, I. P, I, M, I. Just do it slowly and keep it consistent. Okay. Let's play the same pattern on an E minor chord. What you generally want to do is keep these 2 fingers on the strings 3 and 2. That's the kind of rule of the thing, okay? And then go to an E minor. So my bass is playing the root note at the top. So I'm still playing the same pattern, but I'm just moving the root note to the right string. Alright, so variations of the pattern is obviously this is the variation I'm playing now, okay? And you can also do this one where you put the 2 fingers on the bottom 2 strings. That would sound, if you're doing it on a D chord, it would sound like this. It's just a different sound, okay? And you can choose depending on the song that you're playing. Okay, now how do you apply this pattern to a song? Let's say you're playing a song, Zombie from Cranberries, right? So A minor, C, G, D. Okay, so how I would play it is I would think of the beat of the song. So in your hand, 2, 3, 4. So this is an 8th note pattern. That's what these notes mean at the bottom. So basically what you're going to do, if you're going to find the beat, you're going to play 2 notes of the pattern on each beat. What that means, if the beat is going like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I'm playing 2 notes per beat. That's the golden rule. So you feel the beat of the song, and then you play the pattern according to the beat of the song. 2 notes per beat. That's the rule. Okay. So that's the basic idea behind this. Let's do some of the exercises with this pattern. So the first exercise is going from D to G. So we're going to play the pattern slowly on the D. 3, 4. Now we're going to go to G. You can do any G shape you want, but I like the one with the 1 finger at the top for finger picking. You could also do the variation of the pattern where you put these 2 fingers at the bottom and go, and then go to G chord. Okay, I'm not going to show you exercise 2. Oh, let's show you exercise 2 for the first pattern. So G, let's do this G and this C now. G, C, E minor, and D. Okay, so G, go to C, and then to E minor. My thumb is following the root notes. If I'm going to a D, my thumb has to go down to the 4th string, okay? That's why it's very important to know the names of your strings, okay? Why am I keep saying okay? Okay, third exercise, D, A7, sorry, back to D, to G. Okay, all these chord shapes can be found at the end of the book. All right, so P, the second pattern. Let's move to the second pattern. Second pattern is also an 8th note pattern, as you can see by this little 8th note grouping there. And we're gonna do PI. Now that's very simple, PI, PI, thumb, index, okay? Let's do it on D chord again. Very easy, right? If I go to an A chord, my thumb moves. If I go to an E minor, you can do it with these kind of shapes, 7 and 8. Anyway, I'll put a video of that on. Okay, let's quickly see what's happening here. Who's honking like this? And okay, so these exercises you can use to play pattern 2. D, and then A, and then E minor, and then G. And the second exercise you could do G, D, E minor, C, or you could use your C. Now, variations of the pattern, look at this. This looks really cool, right? So you got P, if you're on a D, you got P, I, and then the second P is going to be one string lower. So P, I, P, I. And this is kind of a Travis pattern already. So we've only done 2 patterns, but you can already see that this is really going to change your playing. Okay, so that's another chord progression you could use, which is nice. Second here. Okay, so that's pattern 2. Pattern 3 is really nice. It's like a variation of pattern 1, pattern 2, but it's P-I-P-M. Okay, so if you're on a D chord, it's going to sound like this. P-I-P-M. So these 2 fingers on here, but I'm not playing exactly what's on the page because I'm playing a D chord. But if I was playing a G chord, my thumb would be at the top. So let's do a G chord. If I go to C chord, P-I-P-M. If I go to a D chord, my thumb drops down to the 4th string. And if I go to an A minor chord, my thumb will be on the 5th string. Right, beautiful. So these are some exercises you can do. Let's do this third exercise today. C to an F, to an A minor, to a G. Okay guys, so check out, if you want to download the PDF, check out part 2. If you're on Jooba Premium, you can do a 14-day free trial, so it's basically free. And then you can download the PDF and then opt out after 14 days, if you want to. But then I will be showing you this pattern and the Travis picking pattern. We're going to talk about the exercises. We're going to spend some more time on the next video. Have a nice day, guys. Cheers.